What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Prof. You know what's happening. You know what's popping. We in the cut. Today we're actually out here to talk about real facts, no gimmicks. Mangololo Eswatini versus the September 6th movement. So basically, Mangololo Eswatini is a movement. They say they're not a political party. They say they're a movement that is actually pro-monarchy. They advocate for how things are currently in the kingdom. They want things to stay the same. So basically, um, the constitution stays the same. Prime minister is still elected how the prime minister is elected, and the system, the current system of governance, the Tingutra system, continues how it's always been. So, as you can see today, I'm out here. I'm on the Monty lifestyle, inspired by Monty. Topless. Also, it's hot, so I had to be like this. It's hot, and these are burning issues we're talking about. The September movement, on the other hand, is basically like, well, we're looking for a different type of democracy. We want to elect prime minister while the monarch stays at the side, away from the day-to-day running of government. So those are the two different pro-monarchy movements we have currently. Now, what is different about them is that they're not calling themselves political parties, but they're calling themselves movements. Now, let's start with the Mangololo Eswatini movement. Now, what is Mangololo? Mangololo is a type of tree, one of the indigenous Swati trees, and the special quality about it is that when you burn it, or you start a fire or have it in a fire, it doesn't go out. For the longest time, it's just burning. So I don't know what that means for the movement, why they want to like associate themselves with a tree that doesn't stop burning, but they call themselves Mangololo Eswatini. Now what they're saying is they are comfortable with the current system of governance. They do realize that a lot of things have happened. Eswatini have a lot of grievances. There was destruction of property end of June and loss of lives end of June. While they feel for the lives that were lost and people that got hurt, they still maintain that people shouldn't have destroyed property, and they're comfortable with the current system of governance as long as people sit down and talk it out with the current incumbent authorities. So that's Mangololo's view. Everything is okay with the way things are being run in the country. Nothing needs to change. Um, we need to continue with the flow of things as they are. So that's what Mangololo Eswatini is saying. Now, there's a striking quality about the structure, because the chairperson, now they don't have a president because they don't consider themselves as a party. They say they're a movement. Now the chairperson is a Dlamini. Spokesperson is a Dlamini. Most of the leadership, they are Dlaminis. That's just what I learned from Mangololo Eswatini while watching their interview with Kawemamba on channel Yamaswati People and Places. Now, this has a lot of Dlaminism happening. Well, because I saw it in one of the articles by The Nation. I think it was Begima Kud or Tulan Masego talking about Dlaminism. How almost how every prime minister we've had in the kingdom has been a Dlamini. So that's the line of functioning with Mangololo Eswatini. Now, when it comes to the September 6th movement, on the other hand, you have people who have identified certain areas of incongruency in how things are run in the country, right? So they're advocating for the monarchy, right? Monarchy to stay put, but they want a change in how government is run. So they are looking to have a democratically elected prime minister, but still keep the monarch, and the monarch being the king. So they 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 introduce this clarity in the difference between the monarch and the monarchy. Now, the monarchy being the kingdom itself, how most Bantu uh, nations have been run around Southern Africa for the longest time, consisting of kings, the Nguni people basically, and then culture and tradition and all that. So they maintain that that system has been working for the longest time uh, for Nguni people. But while that system has been working, it has seen a change in the monarchs. The monarchs being the actual kings who run the monarchy. So there's different type of kings. Usually there's this king, and then there's that other king. A whole lot of successors. There's succession, and that happens from time to time. So they are saying you cannot now fight the system of kingdoms or the system of monarchies based on occurrences that happened under one monarch. So they want to give the monarchy a chance, while they are not out there to 100% protect the monarch. They say the monarch can speak for himself when it comes to dialogue and all that. So they're saying, let us please preserve the system of monarchies, the kingdom itself, not change that while we're going for a democratically elected prime minister. So now the difference between September 6th movement, September 6th, by the way, is the Independence Day, Eswatini Independence Day from back in 1968. So they maintain that while we need a democratic dispensation, may we please consider keeping the monarchy, the system of the country being a kingdom itself, intact and not change that. But as for Mangololo, on the other hand, Mangololo Eswatini, those maintain that no, as much as we have a monarchy, we still have to add on to that and maintain the system of Gubulawa of the prime minister. That is, the prime minister being selected by the king. So both systems advocate for the preservation of the monarchy, the country continuing as a kingdom. But one, Mangololo Eswatini says no, also the prime minister needs to be selected by the monarch himself, the king himself. But then the other one, the September 6th movement, advocates for now having a prime minister that's actually like elected by the people. Now, this is different from what the multi-party dispensation that's being advocated for by the PA, the Political Party Assembly, actually wants. But then that's a story for another day. At the moment, I just wanted to bring to you these two pro-monarchy movements that have surfaced and are actually battling each other at the moment. So that's all for today. It's your boy Prof. Let me go back to the berries because hey, we're keeping it traditional. Summer is hot and we, trying to enjoy some of what traditional food that we have around here. So shots.